Good day, everyone. It's your boy, my hero, the best young football analyst. So if you're new to this page, please do subscribe and hit the like button. Today's game will be Real Madrid versus Granada. Granada was playing at home. We're talking about a team that has won the league already, and we're talking about a team that has already been relegated. So both of these clubs have nothing to lose. For Real Madrid, they just need to save their players, rest them for the upcoming final for the Champions League game, because it's going to be a very tough game between Dortmund and Real Madrid. But coming to this game, Granada also had nothing to lose. They had nothing to lose. They have already been relegated. The less they can do is to try not to lose. And they failed. And they lost. Yeah, but it's only a few games left, about 2 or 3. A few games are left, for the season to end in 2 weeks' time. After next week, the league is ending. The league is ending. And Real Madrid will be lifting the trophy. The fans of Real Madrid will be very happy. As for the fans of Granada, it is what it is. As I always say, it is what it is. You cannot change it. As you guys can see over here, I'm wearing my Real Madrid t-shirt as a happy Madrid. As they say, Hala Madrid, Hala Madrid. Well, I don't know the lyrics. Yes, oh, Hala Madrid. I don't know the lyrics. You guys gotta forgive me. I only know Hala Madrid. So yeah, the game. Real Madrid came to this game with a 4-3-3 system, whereas Granada came with a 4-4-2 system. You look at Madrid, why do they use Courtois but rest of most of their players? Real Madrid have got, as one of the few teams that have got 3 quality goalkeepers, 3 good goalkeepers. Most teams have got two good goalkeepers or 1 good goalkeeper. Most teams. For one of those teams, Newcastle, after Nick Pope was injured, they needed to put through to Pravaka. I don't know how to pronounce his surname, but he was not a quality goalkeeper, but he has stepped up. Yeah. At some point, Newcastle was linked to De Gea, whatever. So that comes to my point that Real Madrid have got Kepa, they've got Leno, they've got Courtois. 3 of these goalkeepers are quality and outstanding goalkeepers. So now, Real Madrid, why do they play Courtois? They play Courtois because they trust him. I once said to my friend that once Courtois comes back, Courtois will just take over. I'm telling you guys, Courtois, the reason Carlos is putting Courtois in these games, he wants his fitness back. He has been injured for a long time, so he wants him back on form so he can play him in the final. Although despite the work ethic and the work effort that Lane has been putting in, but still it goes unrecognized. It goes unrecognized, guys. That's the sad part about football. So they put in Courtois, they put in Vasquez, they put in Frank Garcia, they've got in Militao and Rodriguez. Dortmund must analyze and see that Real Madrid, they are putting Militao and Rodriguez because they want to build that combination between them. There was already a combination between them, but the long-term injury of Militao they killed that combination. In the Champions League, as you guys saw, they put Nacho and Rodriguez. I'm telling you, in the final, they might put in Militao and Rodriguez. So they want them to have that better understanding. That understanding must come back, have better understanding within themselves, carry on keeping clean sheets, so they can be able to come with the mentality that in the Champions League final, we're going to be keeping a clean sheet. A lot of players were rested in this game. The few individuals that are starting this season, it's only Rodriguez. It's Rodriguez, Militao. In the midfield, I'll give it to Camavinga. I'll give it to Modric. Front 3, Joselu. Just 5 players out of 11. Courtois because of injury. Militao because of injury. I think I made a mistake when I say Militao. Rudiger, Camavinga, Modric, Joselu. 4 actually. 4. So they put a midfield that it's like it's their first time pairing. Camavinga, Modric, and Cabellos. They have to pair together. But wow, what a role Camavinga played in this game. Camavinga was the key player in this game. He was the key player into making sure that he's going to link the attack, the defense with the attack. He was winning the ball in the midfield. He was collecting the ball in the midfield, dribbling past players so that Real Madrid can be able to attack. Cabelos was focused more to be offensive than bringing balance in the midfield. Modric and Cabelos. So it was more like a 4-1-4, a 4-1-4-1. But you could see that Real Madrid were willing to press a highline press. But you could see the first few minutes that Real Madrid were not looking well because Granada started to gain confidence as they were playing those long balls, Pitayowski and Miquel. I think it's Miquel. Yes, it's Miquel. The two center backs of Granada. They were using their wingers, which is the most side that was functioning in the Granada side was the right side, the right hand side. Why was it functioning the right hand side? It's because Frank Garcia was overlapping too much. He was overlapping too much, Frank Garcia. He was overlapping to a point that, like, he's going for deep. He even got a goal. He was overlapping so deep. So now him overlapping so deep, it leaves space. So that's why Pelistri was able to spread and be able to get those long balls that were coming from the defense of Granada. Granada, yes, they were able to string few passes, but they were not able to string passes within the midfield. Those string passes, then when Real Madrid throws in, as they want to draw Real Madrid, when they throw in Real Madrid, when Real Madrid tries to press them in their own half, then they start distributing the ball. Yeah. So there was this foul. There was this collision. There was a collision between two players. There was a collision between Courtois and Joswiak. That collision, some people would say Courtois should have been sent off, the haters of Real Madrid. First of all, you look at the players when they are coming, as you guys can see on the video below. The players are coming, right? As the players are coming, both of them are looking at the ball up. The goalkeeper is looking at the ball up. Joswiak is looking at the ball up. The ball is on the air, right? Yeah. So Courtois decides to jump for the ball and uses his header. His head. So he heads the ball. As for Joswiak, his reaction also should have jumped from there. So it's a 50-50 collision. Referee was on. Nothing, no free kick, no nothing. Courtois was the one that won the ball, so it was supposed to be a drop in for Courtois. Good decision from the ref. At least some referees are able to make good decisions against my team. I won't lie. Real Madrid surely did benefit there and there. That I won't lie. But now the problem with Granada, they wanted to use their weight to their advantage. They wanted to get the ball behind the fullbacks of Real Madrid and then bang in the crosses. And they found the weakest side of Real Madrid, which was the Frank Garcia side. Because Frank Garcia was overlapping at all times until at some point he got the goal. It was Diaz. Diaz was on form in this game. He was something else, Diaz. Diaz was something else. He was on fire in this game, Brahim Diaz. And there's this celebration he made doing this. and the commentator said, Bellingham. I was like, okay, that's dope. That's dope. So, the goal of Garcia. I like how Modric tricked the center back into thinking he was gonna shoot that ball. And it comes with intelligence. Modric is smart, intelligent, and a genius. Yeah. So Diaz fits in the ball. He puts in a cross. There are a few players. The fact that there are a few players and they let Real Madrid score, it shows that Granada were meant to be relegated. They cannot defend. They just cannot. Yeah. So the cross comes in. Modric tricks the defender, as you guys can see in the video below. He tricks the defender. Now Garcia comes in, a diagonal run. He makes a diagonal run, Garcia, and he gets the ball. How does Modric shoot a player? It's all about checking your surroundings. Remember, Modric is a type of midfielder that can play as a 6, as an 8, as a 10. He can play any position in the midfield because of his experience. Originally, he's a central attacking midfielder. He can play any position in the midfield. Yeah. So Modric, even in this game, was playing as a central attacking midfielder, supporting the front three, which was Joselu, Atagula. What a great player, Atagula. I think he's from Turkey. Left winger, Brahim Diaz, who was on form. As you guys have noticed, those who are watching the game, Diaz even shifted and went to the right hand side, the side that Vasquez was using, because the left hand side was actually covered because of the overlapping runs that Garcia was making. Because Atakula is an I think he's an attacking midfielder, not really a winger. So he was more focused into trying to also help Modric into supporting and providing for the front three. Atakula, some people say is the next Ozil. I don't know about that. Take me out of that. I don't know. I don't know Atakula if it's the next Ozil or whatever. Yeah. So the goal of Garcia, good body feint from Modric into tricking the player, and good awareness from Garcia, makes the run and gets the goal for Real Madrid. I think it was the first goal of the game. Good for himself, the player. He's competing with Ferland Mendy. He's competing with David Alaba, but so sad that David Alaba is out on injury. So currently he's competing with Ferland Mendy. At some point he is competing with Camavinga. But Camavinga is good as a defensive midfielder. Is good as a defensive midfielder. The way he moves the ball, and he's very fast with his feet, Camavinga. And he's able to make those clean tackles. Although sometimes his tackles are not clean. These tackles are not clean. But you would say that these tackles are not that offensive. They're not that offensive, these tackles. They don't usually deserve a yellow card. It's usually a minor tackle. He's a clean player, Camavinga. The way he collects the ball and tries to rotate the ball. The moment he collects the ball, he has an offensive mind. He collects the ball and he starts moving. And he doesn't release the ball now. When he receives the ball, he believes on moving the ball, passing few players, which means by doing that, he's breaking lines. Now, when he passed those few players, now Real Madrid attackers start to run. Now, you've noticed that he's eliminated 2 or 3 players with just few touches, when I mean few touches, actually with just one dribble. That's how good is Camavinga. And this game was a very important player for Real Madrid into maintaining and structurizing and balancing the midfield. He was a very key player for them. But it then comes to, again, the defense of Granada. It seems like they didn't come to the party, the defense of Granada, after the goal of Garcia. At some point, you were kind of applauding them for the way they are playing. I feel like Granada should have not got ahead of themselves, should have not gotten ahead of themselves. You're facing Real Madrid, although there are a lot of changes that has been made, but you're facing one of the best club actually in the world. You're facing the best club in the world versus yourself. You know very well that you're one of the worst clubs in Spain, one of the worst clubs in Spain, especially this season. So obviously you would want to come with a different approach, but I feel like Granada did come with a defensive approach. But the fact that they've got the mentality that they've got nothing to lose, so you start them trying to use Pelistri and Jos Villac into their advantage. Ruiz and Gumbau were not part of the plan. They were not focused on playing the midfield. They were totally off, even both of them, Ruiz and Gumbau. And you would understand that, okay, Granada wasn't trying to play on the midfield. That's why Camavinga was able to move. But the problem is that now Granada wanted to press Real Madrid into Real Madrid's half. When Real Madrid are in their own half, you would see Granada players, especially Ruiz and Gumbau, trying to press Camavinga. When Camavinga collects the ball deep. That kind of sets them off now, because now Real Madrid are able to move fast. They've got Vasquez, they've got Brahim Diaz, they've got Atakula, they've got Ferran Garcia, they've got fast players, and they've got Cabelos, who's also fast, and Camavinga was also fast. So they've but let me not account Camavinga and Cabelos. So they've got Atakula, Brahim Diaz, and Ferran Garcia and Vasquez, 4 fast players. Who are they gonna be able when Camavinga eliminates those few players, or Cabelos or Modric, they are able to string in few touches to try to get out of their half. You would find that now Granada are caught off possession. Most of their players, they are caught off possession. It then comes to the other goal that was scored by Diaz. A goal that was scored by Diaz. Now the problem with that goal, the player cuts it back for Diaz. As the player cuts it back for Diaz, as you guys can see the video below, Modric could have shot from there. But it also comes with tactical awareness that now all the defenders of Granada think Modric will shoot from there. Even me, I thought Modric would shoot. But so unselfish from Modric, he passes to Diaz. Why no one is man-marking Diaz? Why there's no man-marking from Diaz? Why no one is man-marking Diaz? Because if there was a person, especially those center-backs who are tall, marking Diaz was not going to turn from there. As you guys can see, Diaz has got a space and time to 10, then he shoots. So, poor defending from Granada. That's why I say that defense didn't come to the party, especially after that Frankie Shaya's goal. That defense didn't come to the party. There was supposed to be someone, they marked Modric, and the other problem is that they want to play zonal marking inside the box. Even if they're not inside the box, when they're close to their box, now they want to play zonal marking. So poor defending from Granada. There was someone who was supposed to be marking Diaz, trying to make him not 10. They always use Diaz is a small player, a big defender, or anyone who's big, trying to mark Diaz so that they can know that, okay, if Modric can maybe two players focus on Modric, then the other focus on Diaz, so that Diaz won't 10. Yes, maybe if Diaz was gonna be able to 10, but it was gonna take him time. Then maybe, who knows, they were gonna be able to dispossess the ball off the feet of Diaz. So poor defending and structure play of Granada. It was very poor. So some would say Real Madrid was supposed to get a penalty. No, Real Madrid didn't deserve a penalty. It was not a penalty, and the referee got it correct. Vasquez was putting in a cross, and the ball didn't hit the hands directly. If the ball had hit the hand directly, it was going to be a penalty. But the ball hit the knee, then hit the hand. So it was not a penalty. The referee got it on, or the linesman, whoever got it right. They didn't even attend it. That's the thing. So when you look into the stats, Real Madrid were able to get 13 shots. But Granada got 12 shots. Real Madrid 7 on target. Granada 1 was on target. Then as for Real Madrid, they were dominating ball possession at 59%. Granada 41%. The passes that were stringed by Real Madrid are 538 passes. Well, for Granada, 369 passes. Where do those 369 passes come from? I think mostly they come from the first half, although first half they were down 2-0. But it comes to the passes because Pelestri, they were able at some point when they're holding the ball to the box, then the winger makes a run, then they put in a pass for that winger, then they put in a cross. So they were trying to put in crosses at all costs, trying to find Boye or Ozoni, whoever is there, try to head the ball in. But the problem is that you're dealing with Rudiger and Militao, who are already good aerially. So that's why they were able to shut off those balls, because every time when they get a chance, they bring in crosses. So when you've got two good center backs who are tall and very physical, like Militao and Rudiger, it's gonna make it very tough. As you guys can see, the formation 4-4-2. As you guys saw, 4-4-2 formation. Boya and Ozoni, both of them are out. Both the strikers were out. Pelestri was my best player from Granada in this game. Pelestri, because he was the one bringing in these crosses from the right hand side. He was the one bringing in these crosses. Yeah. So as for Real Madrid, the Cabelos was very good in this game. Actually every player for Real Madrid was good. It came to the part, every player. You would have expected Joselu to score, because if I remember very well, Diaz scored 2 goals. Then Frank Garcia scored, and I think it was Atakula. Yes. So you would expect Joselu to score as the striker. Joselu, I want to say something before I end this video. Joselu, my brother, you're coming in as a loaned player with an option for them to sign you. You're in your early 30s. I think you're 34, 33, between those two ages. So Real Madrid are more likely to bring in Mbappe come next season. So the most predicted front three, it's Rodrigo, Mbappe, false 9, Vinicius Jr. And yeah, there is some point you will play, but I'll tell you, the impact that you're having now, you won't have it come next season. You won't play most of the games. I know Real Madrid is your dream team. A lot of people dream to play for this team, and you have accomplished your dream. You're a great striker, a good striker actually, not great. But what I can tell you, my brother, is that just leave Real Madrid, but play for La Liga club. I don't know what is your parent club. I don't know your parent club. But don't stay at Real Madrid. You're a player with potential, and you're reaching the peak of your age now. Maybe in 4 years' time, you won't be playing football. You will be retired. So imagine staying on the bench. Mbappe won't want to stay in the bench. Mbappe is very stubborn. But Mbappe will question you. I remember this game where France had already won the group stages. Mbappe questioned against Tunisia when France lost 1-0 to Tunisia. Mbappe was unhappy staying on the bench as he wanted to be the top goal scorer of the tournament. You know, Mbappe will want to be the top goal scorer of La Liga and have an impact to every trophy that Real Madrid have won. Mbappe will want to win the treble. He want to win the Champions League and the Copa. I think it's, what do they call it? Copa del Rey. I'm not sure. Then you want to win the La Liga. Then you want to win the Club World. He want to win everything. He will want to win everything. So Joselu, you will just be someone there. You will just be someone there. As Lino was someone there, but needed to prove himself. And I feel like Joselu is not the type of striker that can compete with Mbappe. No. Joselu is a target striker, and as a target striker, you can never compete with a mobile striker. It's like Haaland competing with Alvarez. Alvarez is better than Haaland. I've said it. Alvarez is better than Haaland. It's just that Pep Guardiola prefers Haaland over Alvarez. We need to be honest. City fans need to be honest. As football fans, we are honest. So yeah, I would like to thank you guys for watching. And yeah, please do subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you.